Gentlelady is recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I thank the gentleman for yielding. I thank him for his leadership, and I am very pleased that today we have bipartisan support for this important legislation to benefit our veterans. I, too, join my colleagues in rising to honor the sacrifice and service of the bravest among us, the men and women of our armed forces. In the name of our safety, they lay their lives on the line. In the name of our security, they fight our enemies far from home. In the name of our values, they serve as our nation's greatest ambassadors, as champions of America. Each and every day, our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines earn the respect of a grateful nation. And as long as those in uniform continue the battle abroad, we must do everything in our power to support them here at home. I'd like to thank all of the members of Congress on both sides of the aisle who worked so hard to strengthen the bill and to bring it to the floor today. Again, I want to commend Chairman Bob Filner, Chairman of the Committee on Foreign Affairs, Chairman Mike Michaud, Health Subcommittee on the Committee of Foreign Affairs, Veterans Affairs, and Chairwoman Stephanie Hertha-Sandlin, Subcommittee on Economic Opportunity, Committee on Veterans Affairs. I also want to recognize the hard work and commitment to those who have worn our nation's uniform by three key freshman members of Congress, Congressman Tom Perriello, Congresswoman Debbie Halverson, Congressman Harry Teague. In both houses, this has been a bipartisan effort, and I commend Ranking Member Boyer for his leadership. I know that everything is not in this bill. We're an endless list of what we want to do for our veterans, but we are very proud of Senator Burr and the role that he has played in the Senate and all of the members here. Thank you, Mr. Boyer. The Caregivers and Veterans Health Service Act, Omnibus Health Services Act, is a landmark moment on the ongoing effort to give back to our veterans and their families. It is a tribute to their service. In the words of the Paralyzed Veterans of America, it will provide valuable benefit for veterans and their families, benefits they need, have earned, and so richly deserve. This legislation will support family members and others who care for the disabled, ill, or injured veterans. This is very important to families, military families. Our wounded soldiers and their families have made a serious sacrifice for our country, and this bill will bring them some relief. It will expand mental health services and health care access for veterans in rural areas and prohibit co-pays for our most severely wounded warriors. This bill marks a step forward for the 1.8 million women in uniform. Thank you, Chairwoman Hertha-Sandlin, removing existing barriers to female veterans seeking medical care. In a sweeping change, long overdue, and with strong bipartisan support, and I see my friend Congressman Henry Brown there. Thank you, Mr. Brown, for your leadership as well, my friend. In sweeping change, long overdue, we will provide care for newborns for the first time in history. Today's vote is one in a series of actions taken by this Congress to give back to America's veterans. Our signature achievement remains our new GI Bill, providing those who serve with full four-year college education. This is also transferable to a family member. And also a new improvement that we made was that if a serviceman or woman dies in combat, that this opportunity is provided for their children or another family member. Late last year, again in a bipartisan way, we celebrated the passage of the Veterans Healthcare Budget Reform and Transparency Act, ensuring that the VA has timely and predictable funding and our veterans receive the high-quality care they have earned. Working to make sure that our economic recovery truly benefits all Americans, the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act offered a tax credit for hiring veterans and a $250 payment to disabled veterans. Just this month, we passed the TRICARE Affirmation Act, stating explicitly that our health care reform legislation will not impact the excellent health coverage our veterans and service members already receive. In the last 3 years, we have given our troops a pay raise, helped restore military readiness, and bolstered support for our military families. Today, we strengthen the benefits our men and women in uniform receive. Mr. Speaker, in the course of our meetings with the veteran service organizations and with the families of our men and women in uniform and our veterans, we hear directly from them what their needs are and try to establish their priorities and to make it a priority in allocating the resources of our country. In the course of those conversations, we've heard from the families that in a survey they took of their own membership, the Blue Star families, that they believe 94% of them thought that most Americans did not have a clear understanding of their needs. We promised them that in all that we do here, we'll remove all doubt in anyone's mind among our military families, that we understand their needs, especially as they present them in a prioritized way, and will make them our priorities in the Congress. In every action, we strive to live up to that commitment. Just as the military on the battlefield has said, on the battlefield, we will leave no soldier behind. So too, when they come home, we will leave no veteran behind. As the leaders of the American Legion have stated, this legislation offers bold solutions to major challenges facing service members, veterans, and their families. On behalf of every American who wears the uniform, I urge my colleagues to vote yes on this bill. And yield back the balance of my time.
The lady yields back her time. Gentleman from Indiana.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the